Hi everyone, welcome back. So, perhaps a little unexpected, this article kind of hit me out of left field. The news just in is that a business and management school at one of the Vietnamese universities has introduced a height restriction for the students. If you are not 158 centimeters tall or more, I think that's for girls, and 162 centimeters for boys. If you're below those heights, you cannot enter the business school. I think, yes, most people have a fairly, what kind of reaction to this? What the hell? How can that be possible? And yeah, even within Vietnam, I think this has caused a lot of controversy. People say, you know, this is discrimination. How could you put a physical height restriction on students? So yes, there's been a bit of pushback, and the article details basically a long list of famous and amazing leaders who are at or under, or just at or just under those that key height. Like it mentions one of Vietnam's most famous leaders, Ho Chi Minh, who successfully beat off the Chinese, the French, the Americans. I think he was 163. Centimeters. So he would only just get into this university. There was the famous Maradona, who was the leader of the Argentinian football squad, who was famously quite small.
Famously, yes.
Yes. And so, yes, they basically point out that even their own great leaders have not necessarily been that tall. It doesn't seem to make sense. The justification came out of the university, and it made me try to at least guess at why they put this height restriction in. They said that in order to be good at leadership and to be confident in yourself, you have to be tall, or tall above average in height. And maybe I can understand how they've come to that conclusion, but I think it's a slight misunderstanding of a piece of research. You may have heard famously, by studying world business leaders, business executives, CEOs, and so on, they have noticed a tendency towards being tall or taller than average. So, but how do you interpret those results? And I think most people interpret those results meaning tall people get promoted to leadership positions, whether or not they are amazingly good at leadership. That we perceive height as equal to good leadership skills. But I think the reality is that's not true. That is just our perception. Just being tall does not make you a better leader. It makes people think you are a better leader. Yes, I think maybe a slight misinterpretation or a slight twisting of certain research results. So not to criticize too much, but I have to disagree with this policy. I think discrimination based on height can't be fair. So I support those in Vietnam who are campaigning against this policy. But I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. What do you guys think about this height restriction?
Because like in general, white people in the US tend to have higher positions right now. Does that mean we should have a whites-only university because it's better for business or politics? It's like, that's not the thing we're going for right now. That's like not good to do. Everyone can contribute an amazing amount. We don't need to be discriminating based on any physical or most psychological things.
And also, like on average, aren't like Danish people are some of the tallest in Europe? So surely we should everyone should stop being a leader, and we should just appoint Danish people to do all the leadership in the world.
The Danes I know might agree.
Maybe.
They'd be like, yeah, all right, that's good. Let's do this.
Let's have a Danish prime minister in every nation.
I'll vote for them.
Anyway, so let's get to the real questions. So, what criteria are most important for university admission in your country?
There's only a few requirements. Like you have to have transcripts from your high school, like proof that you went to high school and graduated. I think most things need like an intro letter. You need a SAT or ACT score, like some sort of testing score. And of course the application, obviously. I don't know if you need anything more, but
Interview.
you can. Like,
Surely you need an interview.
like I think that's part of the hiring admissions process. I don't know if that's like, is that for acceptance? Do they reject you after an interview?
I've been rejected after an interview.
Wow.
Everything
Okay, so
else was
interview.
fine, but my personality was actually no.
That
it's
doesn't
just
make sense either.
it's not. It wasn't my personality. It was just my ability to discuss English text in real life with a professor. They were like, "Yeah, you're good, but not good enough."
No, thanks. I'll come back next time. So yeah, I guess at the interview, I don't think I had an interview, but that was like undergrad. But anyways, and then the other things are going to be add-ons like portfolio stuff. Maybe you can get some, what are those called? People who give you their letter of recommendation.
Yeah,
it's not always
reference
required,
letter.
references and stuff. So yeah, some require those, but not all. Just a few things.
So
Basically,
it's mostly skills-based, right?
I
None
would
of it is physical.
yeah.
Height, weight, age,
yeah.
even like illnesses. They're literally
don't-
not allowed to check your physical status.
I don't think so. I think it's legally they're not allowed. It's not that they don't. It's like even more so if they're like, yeah, we can't let you come in here because you're deaf. I'm about to come into a lot of money. See you in court. Yeah. In America, we like to sue people.
Well, yes. So in your opinion, are the criteria for American university admissions fair, in your opinion?
To a certain extent, when you go to unnamed certain places, the more you donate, the more likely you are to be there. The more people you know and are close with from the alumni or the faculty themselves, the more likely you're to be admitted. So there's definitely unfair practices in the US as well. I mean, there was a case, I want to say, what was it, right before coronavirus, right? About some California places that were a little bit...
I remember this now.
Some illegal things happened and a couple people were arrested or something because they were essentially bribing or cheating their way to the top. So yeah, it's not all fair. On the surface, you're like, oh, that's good. But in reality, people find a way around.
I was just teaching a short story by Anton Chekhov about a government minister hiring for a new position. And basically, he tries to be as fair as possible and give everyone a shot, but he gets manipulated by various powerful people into picking the candidate they want. And so even throughout time, so we've struggled to make these processes very fair.
Yeah. We could, though. We just don't.
Yes. But the next criterion on your list should be vocabulary section. Check. Don't be shy of it. It's all good stuff this time. You know, I'm looking at the words, and it's not an insurmountable list. It's manageable. So good luck with the vocabulary this week. Come again and see us next week. Bye-bye.
Criterion.
Criterion.
Raise a few eyebrows.
Raise a few eyebrows.
Shy of.
Shy of.
Nonsensical.
Nonsensical.
Patently.
Patently.